That is so embarrassing. I've been yapping for the last... Oh, fuck me. I don't even know how many minutes and my mic wasn't on. That's rough. Thank you, Moran. Alex, you're mutted, mate. Thanks. Oh, you are all fake friends, man. Why did no one tell me sooner? Oh, the playback on this stream's gonna be awful. It's just gonna be me, like... Guys, I knew my mic was mutted. Like... What do you mean? It was intentional. I'm clip farming. What do 9 out of 10 people enjoy? I don't know, Corey. Tell me. I want to say hi to Moran and Corey in the chat. Big ups, Moran. Shout out to him for telling me that I'm a fucking moron and my mic was actually off for like the first couple of minutes of the stream. It's okay, I didn't say anything too important. So yeah, the goal for today's stream is just to like, we're going to be playing through the entire game. Hopefully like having some good conversations with chat, answering questions, and yeah, having a good time. Where am I? I'm fucking lost. This is like one of my favourite games of all time, and I've probably like beaten it like so many times. You can't tell though, because I feel like I'm like getting fucking sick doing this. This is like really trippy. Yeah, I've played this game like ever since I was a little kid. Unless I'm really shit at it, then this is my first time doing it. Fun fact about this game, guys. Did you know the music for this game was actually composed... Fucking, why is this... I'm actually getting sick and dizzy. What is wrong with this? This is fucking disorientating as hell. There we go, I got the perfect man. Get in, first try. I'm such a fucking loser, man. That... Got 2 Chaos Emeralds already, guys. We're on a roll. How's everyone doing today in chat? Okay, left on fucking herds. Jesus, guys. Don't talk all at once. So anyway, as I was saying, fun facts about this game. Did you know the music was actually composed by Michael Jackson? They might cover it in the second part of the biopic. Spoilers for Michael 2. That's why it's a 2-part. The second part's just going to be them covering the whole Sonic 3 controversy. Did anyone see the Michael Jackson movie? I saw it. I thought it was quite good. I know like a lot of people don't like it, and it's quite a controversial movie at the moment. But I don't know. I thought it was good. I think people are definitely overreacting with how quote-unquote bad it is. I mean, I've seen some shocking movies in my time, and that was definitely not one of them. I had a fun time. Has anyone else seen the Michael movie? I'm just gonna, if chat, if you're not gonna say anything, then I'm just gonna pretend you're saying stuff. What's that? You have saw the Michael movie? You thought it was really great? Thanks, chat. That's so cool. I feel like this should not be a great game to play if I was like drunk. Because honestly, these fucking special stages are throwing me. I remember seeing a thing on Reddit where people were using this game's special stages as proof of the Earth wasn't flat. Because the Earth would look like this, it would just look like the Sonic 3 special stage. And I have to agree, I think they're right. Guys, do you believe in flat Earth? What's that, Corey? You do? You believe the Earth is flat? That's crazy, chat. I'm so good. If you're watching the playback, by the way, I've disabled viewing the live chat, so you're just going to have to take my word of what people are saying. Whoa, £100 donation! What? That's crazy. What is good to play while drunk? That's a good question. I feel like Wii Sports would be a great game to play while drunk. I don't know if you've ever played like especially bowling. I don't know. One time I went bowling with a bunch of people and they were fucking like zooted and high out of their minds, and I nearly got like hit by like 4 bowling balls. But other than that, it was a fucking great time. I've missed one. How? Where the fuck? Oh my god. Where? We gotta go back. Where have I missed this? This is not helping. Where is this? Where the fuck is it? I would also hate to be playing this game if I was like colorblind. Oh, fucking hell. That was a lot harder than it needs to be. I think Wii Sports would be fun to play while drunk. I have played a few games while a bit out of it, to be honest. Fortnite. I do enjoy Fortnite. I think Fortnite is some stupid fun. It depends. Are we only talking about video games, or are we also including stuff like card and board games? Because you know what card game I literally cannot stand is Cards Against Humanity. I have not once thought that game was like fun or like at all like entertaining. It's all just a bit cringe. You know, it just strikes me as like 2016 YouTube dark humor. It's just like, oh, what's a bad name to call your cat? And then the card will just be like Big Cummins or like Fucky Anus. I just don't get Cards Against Humanity. There's always that one guy at every function who's just like, guys, we should play Cards Against Humanity. And you know what? No one likes him. He's a fucking weirdo. And everyone wishes he wasn't there. I'm that guy. No, I'm not. I just can't stand Cards Against Humanity. To be fair, it probably came out around 2016 to 2018. Yeah, I think it did, didn't it? I'm not too sure. I'm not the most educated on the Cards Against Humanity lore. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of it. I did play it while drunk, and it did make it more tolerable. Oh, there's like that one game. Is it Quiplash I'm thinking of? It's the one where you draw stuff. I played that at a party while drunk. That was really fun. Mario Kart. Mario Kart is a banging game to play while drunk. Especially if you make it into a drinking game. So what I like to do while in Mario Kart is that I like to play with my friends. Or lack thereof. And then whatever place you get is how many shots or drinks you have to take. It's not so much fun if you're like trailblazing in first. Just any driving game. Okay, this is going to sound really bad, but drunk driving is so much fun, guys. Honestly, like, and it is a skill. Okay, like, the more you drunk drive, statistically, you're going to be better at it. But, like, playing, like, driving games while drunk is so much fun. Like GTA or, like, any racing game. Mario Kart especially. But, like, even, like, a sim game. I went to, like, Formula 1 Arcade in London. I don't know if anyone's been. I went for a David Coulthard event. And I got fucking hammered. And it just made all my simulator time so much more fun. Jordana, hi, welcome to the stream. We're just playing Sonic 3. Jordana, what do you think of drunk driving? Do you think it's cool? Oh, that was clutch. Chat, clip that, clip that. That was sick. Fuck, never mind. Don't clip that. That was embarrassing. Your #1 fan here. If that's referring to you, you're actually ranked #2 in this stream, which is a bit embarrassing. If anyone watching is wondering why I'm so shit, it's my first time playing this game. Never played it before. 1, 2, there we go. Oh, that was tight. That was tight. I don't know, can anyone else think of any fun games to play while drunk? Or games that are made more fun by being drunk? Getting bombed the fuck out of here, Jesus. But also, how is everyone doing today? Is everyone enjoying their Tuesday? Or whatever day it is from where you're watching this? Has anyone here actually played Sonic 3 before? Or has anyone seen the movie Sonic 3? No. Fuck, that was close. There we go. In the bag, man. No sweat. Just got a message from Owen saying loving the stream. Thank you, Owen. Big shout outs to you. Love to see the support. Sonic movie is so good. I agree. You know, I actually genuinely enjoy the Sonic movies. I think they're really fun. I've seen all of them. I played Sonic 3 on a DS collection of 1, 2, 3 and SNK. I know the one you're on about, the Sonic Classic Collection. I love that collection, man. I literally... I think, like, the DS was one of my first consoles. Because my mum had one and my dad had one. And they both had it because of Brain Age Academy. So, that was, like, my first exposure to Sonic games. The first Sonic game I ever played was actually on the DS. And it was Sonic Rush Adventure. I think it's the second Rush one. Where it's like in the sea and shit. It's got like Blaze and it's got the raccoon girl. I remember that one. It had like a water ski and everything. No, I need air. I need air. Clutch. Oh, fuck. I was actually going to glaze myself then for deflecting that shit. But yeah, I remember Classic Collection. That was really great. Does anyone have a favourite Sonic game? This is one of my favourite Sonic games, personally. Which is why I've chosen it for today's stream. It's not the one I've played the most, but I think overall it is my favourite. And I mean the music. I am playing the Origins version of this game, which is a remaster for current consoles. If there is one thing I don't enjoy about this version, it's that they've replaced the music. For those of you who don't know, Michael Jackson actually worked on the soundtrack for Sonic 3, but due to legal reasons and Sega not wanting to, like, pay him, and also because around the time of Sonic 3's development, he was kind of getting nonce allegations, they decided not to credit him for the music. But he did actually make the music for this game. But now, all these years later, now this is common knowledge... whenever Sega releases Sonic 3, they don't really want to pay the Michael Jackson estate for his contribution for the music. So instead, they actually have replaced Michael Jackson's tracks with new songs in this version, which I'm not a massive fan of. I don't think they sound really great. But I think the original Jackson versions of the songs are so much better. But, you know, it's still a great game. To be fair, the Sonic soundtracks are fucking incredible. I have one of them on vinyl. Mania. I have Mania on vinyl. I want to get CD on vinyl. The game's called Sonic CD. Ironically. But yeah, Sonic soundtracks are great. Honestly, if you haven't listened to like this game's soundtrack, I would put it on. Put it on in the background of this stream. Don't leave the stream though. I need viewership. But yeah, it's really weird, the Michael Jackson thing, because it was originally like a conspiracy theory, like that was started in like forums because nobody even realized it until about late 2000s. Like I want to say like 08, 09, people started saying like, hey, the songs in Sonic 3 kind of sound similar to like these Michael Jackson songs, and everyone was just like, oh yeah. And then it was like, oh, Michael Jackson's music, one of his music producers, Brad Buxter, he worked on Sonic 3. That's a bit suspicious. Oh, yeah. Oh, Michael Jackson and Sega had, like, a really close relationship in the 90s. And Michael had, like, he went to their offices. And Michael Jackson had a game exclusive for the Sega's Mega Drive. What? It's all connecting a bit too well. And then eventually, I think it was just, like, a massive conspiracy theory for years. And I think it only recently got confirmed, like a few years ago, by Sonic's original creator that he did. Like, everyone basically knew it, but it took like years for them to finally just come out and say, yeah, he did work on the music. How many Sonic games are there? That's a great... Too many. The real question is, how many good Sonic games are there? And that's probably like a much shorter list. There's quite a lot of Sonic games. I'd say my favourite, if I had to go for a favourite, I would have to say, it's either this for me, or Sonic Adventure 2, I think is my favourite. Which they recently, if anyone who's seen the movie Sonic 3, that's what that movie is based off. It's based off the plot of Sonic Adventure 2. Now I gotta watch out to not get crushed by this fucking wall here. Look at that fucking spin dash action. Ladies, I am available. You know, call me up if you need help with your Sonic 3 spin dashing. This is one of my favourite zones in the whole series, Hydrocity Zone. There's a whole like debate on how you say it. Some people call this Hydro City Zone. Some people call it Hydrocity Zone, like Velocity and Hydro, because it's like a fast water stage. I'm pretty sure it's Hydro City, because it's like originally a Japanese game, and they were barely like translating these fucking games. I doubt they were doing something as smart as like Hydrocity. But I like saying Hydrocity more because it rolls off the tongue better. Guys, what do you think? Do you think it's Hydro City or Hydrocity? We're making some good progress though through the game. This is such a fun stage. Just the music, the speed you get, everything. Okay, I know there's a special stage ring up there if I can get up there. Oh, this is going to be... Right as I'm saying how fun and fast-paced the stage is, now I've just got to wait. It's going to be really slow. It's quite boring now. No, fuck! Oh, can I not make that? What the fuck? I've been playing this game since I was like 8. I didn't know this was here. What the hell? This is one thing I absolutely adore about this game, is that every time I replay it, I find something new. I used to like compete with my uncle against these games like all the time, because he used to play them when he was a kid. So we used to like play them together. and he would just beat me because I was like a little fucking kid, and then say I was shit and I need to get better. So instead of developing any like actual skills, instead I'm just really great at playing Sonic games. If I could make money off of that, that'd be good. This could be my living. Honestly, these stages are gonna give me a fucking headache by the end of this stream. Today, I did a driving lesson. I nearly crashed twice, and some guy just pulled out on me without using his indicators. So that was really fun. Does anyone in the chat have a... Jordana, I know you said last stream you have a driving license. How do you enjoy driving? Because I don't really enjoy driving, to be honest, guys. I don't enjoy driving on public roads. I much prefer racing. I think that's fun. But the issue I find is that when I drive, kind of the stuff that I do while racing, I end up doing while driving. Especially with, like, braking round corners. I haven't done a driving lesson in about a year or so. So this was, like, I was a bit rusty, to be honest. I'm learning manual. And every time I went round a corner, I was braking like I would be on a circuit. And it was just like I was fucking myself over. You should play a horror game in Roblox or play Minecraft. Well, there's always an extreme. There's always an extreme. I'm committed to this game at the moment. But if enough people do want to see some... Guys, if you do want to see me play other games, please put so in like the comments or the chat, and just say like what games you'd like to see. Jordana, what car do you own? Like, what type of car do you have? Play Silk Song. That is honestly a shout. I've never actually played Silk Song. You have a Ford. What kind of Ford? I do want to play Silk Song. I heard it's like really fun. That's what's the game before Silk Song? It's I'm trying to think now. Oh, I'm gonna say I seem like a fucking moron. How do I not remember? I'm literally gonna... It's on the tip of my tongue. The game before Silk Song. Hollow Knight, yes! I really do want to try Hollow Knight, because it looks like a game I would enjoy. It's a Metrovania, is it not? Metroidvania, sorry. Question, do I have to play Hollow Knight to understand Silk Song? Because I know there's sequels, but can I just play Silk Song? Or is it like, should I play Hollow Knight first? I will look at chat in a moment. I'm just... There we go. You can play either first. Okay. I think it's on Game Pass, to be honest. So, I wouldn't mind trying that out next stream. If people would be happy to watch it, then yeah. I will be shit. I will warn everyone. But yeah, maybe next stream we could do Hollow Knight or Silk Song. White Ford Puma. It's my mum's car, but I also use it. That's a decent car, to be fair. One of my mates, like his parents, have bought trying to think. I think it's a Ford Focus. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, because I could just ask him. But they've bought a Ford Focus recently, but they bought it off Facebook. Guys, I will say, do be careful buying, if you're buying your first car, do be careful, especially, I recommend Facebook Marketplace, but do, like, be wary of, like, listings, because my mate, his parents bought his sister a car, I think because she's passed her driving test, or just before. I know a lot of people who've started doing that. There's someone at my work who recently bought a car before passing their test, which I think is very, it shows confidence, at least. But, they bought a Ford Focus off Facebook, hella cheap. Turns out it had, like, loads of internal damage because it was in a crash, but on the outside it looked fine. And now they're spending, like, I think their options are either to ship it off and get it done sell it for scraps, or to try and, like, fix it up. But for the price it would take, because they got the MOT done, for the price for it to get done up, it's basically the price of a new Ford Focus. The only cars I have are Transformers figures. That is so based. I buy second-hand. It's a lot of maintenance. See, I'm a very much a Facebook Marketplace merchant. I doom scroll on, like, Vinted and Facebook Marketplace and eBay sometimes. I'm, like, the worst kind of person. But I was thinking of getting a kit car, if anyone knows what that is. For those of you who don't know, a kit car is basically it's a car that's made to look like another car. So, for example, the one I'm looking at the moment on Marketplace, someone has taken a 2004 Toyota and they've swapped all the outside parts to make it look exactly. They've taken the parts from another car to make it look like another car, if that makes sense. So internally, it's like a Toyota, but on the outside, it looks like a Ferrari 2004, which I think is so cool. Also, with kit cars, what's great about them is that the insurance is super cheap, because basically it's a car that's been built by someone individually, and not like a manufacturer. But what most people do with them, yeah, it's a skin driver. It's a skin driver, yeah. But kit cars, I would recommend kit cars, because the insurance on them, especially if you're a learner driver, you're gonna find that, like, insurance is gonna be your worst enemy. But on kit cars, you actually get quite a good discount on insurance, mainly because they're not built by a manufacturer, so they'll give you, like, usually like a decent, like, thing on insurance. But the one I'm looking at the moment is basically internally... Fuck. Ignore that. It's internally like a Toyota. It was, like, made in Japan and it's been shipped over, like, in the early 2000s. But on the outside and the interior, it looks like a 04 Ferrari. And it's only about, like, 8,000. I shouldn't have told people that, because now if this stream does well, I got a gatekeep, guys. This listing doesn't exist. Guys, how do we feel about gatekeeping? Do you guys gatekeep at all? I will be honest, I do gatekeep quite a bit. Oh, completely fucking missed that. Nice. Like, I know it's gonna sound pathetic, but, like, ever since that Michael Jackson movie's, like, blown up, I feel like I got a gatekeep, man. No, I'm a girl's girl. Guy, like, honestly, I feel like to be fair, I have seen other people like trying to gatekeep Michael Jackson, which is like insane. It's like trying to gatekeep the Bible. Like, what are we doing? But I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to. I have to be like, guys, I didn't just start listening to him because of the movie. I've been a fan for years. I gatekeep automatically because there's a few people I actually talk and share with. That's fair. See, I gatekeep when I find something and it's like, it's so good to be true. Because I know if I tell too many people, then it's just gonna ruin it, man. I gatekeep depending on what it is. Guys, I know this is gonna defeat the whole purpose of this, but what is something that you have gatekept? Or what is something, for example, that you gatekeep? I know that's going to destroy the whole point of gatekeeping it, is discussing it on the live stream, but... I know some people gatekeep food places, which I think's valid, okay? I think that's valid. Because if the place does too well, then they're going to raise the prices. It's so hard with food places though, because if you go to a really nice food place, you want to brag to everyone and you want to be like, I've just had like the best meal, it was so well valued. But then it's also like, if I tell too many people about this, then it's going to become a big thing, and I don't want that, because then they're going to raise the prices and then it's going to be busy and then I can't go. I'll tell you something that I get. I'll give an example of something I've gate kept. There is a restaurant in Kingston which I absolutely adore, and they do like the best food I have ever eaten. It's a chicken shop. They're originally from America, but they have like 2 chains in America, and they have one here, and it's called Poor Boys. Honestly, it's like 15 quid, but it's like the best chicken and like chips I've ever had. It's delicious. Guys, if you're ever in Kingston, go to Poor Boys. I can't recommend it enough. It's like, it's genuinely the best food I've ever had. And that's saying something, man. I used to be a fat fuck, okay? Take it from me. I'm an expert. Like, why are you saying I knew it in the chat? What, you knew I was a fat fuck as a kid? That's so rude. What the hell, guys? Why are we body shaming, chat? Yeah, that's the problem. See, when you have really good food, you want to just brag to everyone. You want to be like, I just had like the best food ever. But it's also just like, I don't want to... I do have to gatekeep a bit, guys. But honestly, like, go to Poor Boys. If you're ever in Kingston... I know a good few people who used to go Kingston University, and they somehow never went to Poor Boys. I don't understand. Genuinely, I would consider moving to Kingston University only to have Poor Boys every day. It's that good. It's okay, Alex. I'm a fat fuck too. That's great. We can all unite, man. We can unionize. This is a fat-friendly zone. Why can't I get up here? This is so frustrating. It's like I'm being edged. Oh my god. This is so frustrating. Come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. Why? No, no. There we go. That was really frustrating. That's like that one image of the guy pushing the boulder up the hill. What's his name? Syphilis? Is that who I'm on about? Do really appreciate everyone who's watching the stream, even if you got it on in the background or you're in the chat. I really appreciate everyone just like spending some of their time here. Even if you're just like popping by, honestly, the support means so much. Thank you, everyone. Unless you've just come in here to shit on me, then you can fuck off. No, I'm kidding. You can stay as well. We love hate. We support hate watching. Does anyone hate watch here? To be honest, I hate watch a few things. It is fun, to be honest. Like, I think, though, sometimes I start hate watching something and then I just genuinely get invested in it. Like, for example, Euphoria. Fucking, like, I fucking despise that show. But it's like, I started hate watching it and now I'm just, like, sort of invested in it. Speaking of television, has anyone watched any good television recently? Streaming shows, like, there's been a lot of, like, releases from streaming shows recently. I watched the new season of Invincible, like a week. What was it, like last week, the final? But I ended up watching the whole season. To be honest, I have a bit of a controversial take. I didn't think it was that great. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it was bad, but I think this was no way the best season of the show, despite what IMDb might tell you. I don't get me. I think it was a good season. I do think people glaze Invincible a bit though. I do like those wobbly Invincible edits. They're funny. The animation, to be honest, like, there's always this debate with Invincible where people say, like, oh, would you prefer, like, don't get me wrong, I like having, like, new seasons every year, but I wouldn't really mind, like, waiting, like, an extra bit for the seasons to come out if it meant they came out more polished. I think, for me, Invincible, like, the first season's obviously the best season. It's, like, the most polished. Every episode's contributing to the plot. It's also just very fresh, because it's the first season. But the animation is also the best. And I know people are going to say, like, oh, it doesn't matter about the animation. But it is an animated show. And I feel like if we're at the point where it's like, oh, the animation doesn't matter, then it could have just been like a live action Invincible show. I'm not saying I would have preferred that, but if we're at the point where the animated show doesn't have to look good, you know, if the visual, like, animation, well, even just like film and television in general are a visual medium, but especially animation, it's like, if you're not animating it for it to look good, then what's the point? Because again, they could have just made it live action if they wanted to shit it out every year and it would have looked better. Oh, I've just got drilled then. What are you saying, Harry? What is bro doing? Bro is playing Sonic 3 on stream. How are you doing? Oh, it's that... Bro, that's such a confusing username. I always struggle with this boss fight, same. It's so, like... This is, like, the worst boss fight in the game. I remember the first time I played this game, this, like, boss fight took me, like, hours. Fuck! Yeah, I think Invincible, for me, I'm in between. I think this new season... If my rankings of Invincible, I think Season 1's the best one. Then I think Season 3. Then Season 4, which was the latest season. And then Season 2. I think Season 2's easily the worst season. There was, like, one good episode. And that was it. Oh, I need to stop getting drilled, man. Don't put that out of context. wanted to do this boss as Supersonic. Oh, I get in. That I felt like that was going to take a lot longer. I was going to try and do that as Supersonic, but then I got drilled in the fucking arse. I got proper fucking railed. And I lost all my rings. Just hit the thing. So, we are watching you. I'm very glad to hear that, mate. Thank you. I appreciate everyone being here in the stream today. How's everyone doing today? Oh, hi guys. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by on the stream. Read the fucking chat, broski. What do you think I'm doing? There's a bit of a delay, man. Just give me a second, okay? I'm like multitasking. I'm half playing the game, half on chat. Guess who I am? Dan, I know who you are. Has anyone watched the latest season of The Boys? Because I'm hearing mixed things about it. And I have seen most of The Boys. I've seen everything. I haven't seen the 2 seasons of Gen V, but I heard it was good. I've seen up to season 4. No, I watched season 4. I haven't seen the newest season or either season of Gen V, but I know it ties in somehow. I know this is supposed to be the final season, but I hear like mixed things about this. I watched it first 3 episodes. Was it what of season 1 or the new season? Because I think the first season of The Boys is so good. I really enjoy it. I can't be asked to watch it, but I'm watching the episode summaries. Fair. Honestly, like, some shows are too long. Can we go back? Honestly, it's so weird watching, like, older shows now. Where, like, episodes are, like... I feel like sometimes episodes in shows are too long now. Fuck, man. What the hell? Like, I understand, like, the 50-minute, like, to, like, an hour benchmark for episodes. But I think a lot of the time I end up watching a show. Like, one of these, I know it's to be, like, more, oh yeah, maybe my brain is fried. Like, low-key brain rotted. But, yeah, mate, I sound like such a fucking chud right now, complaining. I just make it sound like I have a really bad attention span. But I feel like half an hour, like a lot of, like even going back to Invincible, I feel like a lot of episodes I watch and then I just feel like this could have been like a half an hour episode. I feel like half an hour is a good, like, round thing. Like, a lot of comedies do that. They're, like, half an hour episodes. But it's so odd, like, going back to old shows I watched, like, as a kid. Because those episodes were, like, 11 minutes. Like, regular show, like, every episode's, like, 11 minutes. So it's like, how the fuck would they fit in, like, all that plot into, like, 11 minutes? Like, especially, like... When I'm like I'll go back and I'll watch like an old cartoon. I'm just like streaming it. I can watch like 6 episodes of like Gumball in the time it takes me to watch 1 episode of Invincible. Like, but they always felt longer. I swear they felt longer when I was a kid, like those episodes. But now I go back to them and it's just like so... I've started watching Smiling Friends, for example. And that's like very short. That's like, that's what I was saying, like 10, 11 minute episodes. And honestly, it's so like whiplash. But I couldn't tell you everything that happens in an episode of Smiling Friends. Invincible, I have no fucking idea. 8 1 hour episodes of mindless gore and nothing but shock value per season isn't worth it. I agree with that, especially with The Boys. I felt like last season, like they very much just like... It got bad with the gore. Like, I think The Boys has kind of gotten this reputation of being the gore show. Where it's like, oh my god, it's so shocking. How could they... Fuck, man. That's the 2nd time I've been crushed. Well, I swear I'm good at this game. But, I think The Boys has kind of got this reputation because when it first came out, it was like so shocking, like how gory it was. And I think that was, I think in the first like couple of seasons, that was really to its benefit because it helped sell this like idea, this like realism and how grounded it was. But like, I think it kind of got this reputation of being like this very gory show. And I think when they got to like season 4, they just went way too far with it. Where it just started coming across as like, basically like gore porn, man. It was like, just like everyone was exploding like they're a fucking wet water balloon. It just became like ridiculous. If there is something I really, like, I went to see a movie last year. The new Final Destination. I had never seen a Final Destination movie before. My friend wanted to go see it with me. So I had never, like, I had no idea what it was about. I thought it was like an end of the world movie sort of thing. Like it was like I didn't know like the gist of it. But that whole film was just like fucking gore. It was so much gore, man. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it was like, I really didn't enjoy watching it. But I can appreciate like the quality of the film is not bad. I just didn't enjoy it. It's not my thing. But that was so much just like, it was just like gore porn at one point. Again, it's like another thing where like everyone's like just like a wet water balloon. And they just like explode as soon as they like touch anything. I really did enjoy that film. I felt like I was going to be sick in the cinema watching that. Also, I just prefer animated gore, same. But I think that's because I can disassociate it somewhat. I think CG's gotten too good. And I feel like it almost desensitizes you. Because of how realistic it looks, you get like desensitized to like actual like blood and stuff. It's like, again, it's like shocking the first time you watch like The Boys. But then when you get to like the newest season, I think that's another reason why people have just kind of gotten sick of the gore. Not only because it's clearly become more prevalent, but also just because it's not really shocking anymore. You know, like the guy's head explodes the first time and I'm like, what the fuck? How have they gotten away with that? But like, the like 37th time I watched someone's like penis and balls get on be on screen, and then like Butcher like blows up their ball sack and it's like in horrific like bloody gory detail, I'm a bit desensitized to it and I'm just like, does this really have to be here? Guys, this is actually one of the things I was talking about earlier. One of the stages which had Michael Jackson's music in it originally, Carnival Nights though. They've replaced the music in this version with a new song. But in the original track, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Michael Jackson song Jam, which has, I think it has Michael Jordan on the track. I know he's in the music video, which was on the Dangerous album. But if you listen to Carnival Night Zone and Jam, you'll notice that they have the same sort of drop at the end. They kind of have the part in Jam where it goes like da 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 da. It has that in Carnival Night Zone as well. It's a tiny bit different, but it's clearly like that is too similar to be a coincidence. But yeah, obviously it was removed for this version of the game because of the Michael influence and the whole thing with the estate. Was Season 3 premiere was unnecessary? Agreed. Oh, I'm about to get crushed again. I tried watching Euphoria, I just couldn't get into it, guys, to be honest. Also, did anyone feel like with this season of Invincible, like, they're kind of like... I know, like, everyone... Third time. Can someone like cut these all out in the VOD so I look a bit better at this game? I felt like the reason why I'd rank this season of Invincible a bit lower. I do agree, like, the last few episodes were good. I didn't get the glaze with the final. Because the final, to me, was very much just Mark keeps having flashbacks about bad things happening, and then they don't. Fuck, man. It's still getting cut in the VOD. Can you tell I've played this game most of my life? But I just felt that... it just, like, half the season was unnecessary. Especially that Hell. I know everyone's dunked on the Hell episode, but genuinely, what was that, man? What, did we need that episode in Hell with the stupid Family Guy gag where he's going, like, flying up and down? Like, it's just so blatant where they're cutting corners with the animation. I know there's that Invincible Versus game. I saw that. I don't know if it's free to try out. I do want to play it, though, at some point. It looks fun. That could make a fun stream if people are interested to see it. Yeah, a lot of streaming shows coming out at the moment. A lot of films coming out at the moment. To be honest, I don't really go and see many films anymore. Mainly just because, like, whenever I do go, I saw the Michael Jackson movie. I thought that was quite good. We talked about a lot about Michael Jackson on this stream, but it is relevant. I really enjoyed the Michael Jackson movie. I didn't understand the hate for it. I think people are just kind of sick of biopics in general. And I think it's just unfortunate that this film has come out when it has, when we've gotten so many musical biopics. But to be honest, I enjoyed it. I know, like, the main criticism I saw is that people wanted them to touch on the controversy. To be honest, I wasn't that sad that I didn't have to sit in the cinema and watch Michael Jackson fiddle kids for an hour and a half. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but personally, when I go and see a film, I'm happy if, like, not every film I have to see has to be horrific and traumatizing. Oh, the new Ryan Gosling film, Project Hail Mary. I know that's by the Spider-Verse directors. I wanted to go see it because I heard it's good, to be honest. I did hear it has some corny writing, but honestly, I'm willing to go see it. It did interest me. See, I feel like good movies are coming out. It's just like, I just don't have the motivation to see them. Like, Mighty Supreme, I wanted to go see, and I still haven't gone around to it. But I heard it was good. I know this is like so... Speaking of Mighty Supreme, honestly, I think Timothée Chalamet would have won Best Actor if he hadn't made that fucking comment on the theatre and the dance thing. I think he would have won Best... I think he would have won that Oscar. I think giving it to Michael B. Jordan was so last second. Because the fact that Mighty Supreme did not win anything was insane. It was nominated for 8 Oscars and it didn't win 1. I saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie recently. Oh. Fuck, man. How? How have I run out of rings? I didn't even notice that. I did see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That's another film where I think people were kind of overreacting with how bad it is. Like, I think if you think the new Michael Jackson movie or the Mario Galaxy movie are, like, horrendously awful films, then you need to watch more movies, because they, like, to be honest, the Mario Galaxy movie, it was like, it's very much like keys getting jangled in your face. And don't get me wrong, the first Mario movie was also very much keys getting jangled in your face. But I like Mario Galaxy more. It's like, both films are just like, oh, look at this. Do you understand the reference? You know, it's literally just like jingling keys in a child's face. But, you know, sometimes, to be fair, I was more disappointed with the first one. But I think with this one, I kind of expected that to be the film. So I was more prepared for it. And because it was Galaxy, I really like Galaxy. Like, I'm very nostalgic for it. It was like one of the first games I ever played. And I guess because it is like basically it's a nicer set of keys to jangle in my face, which is why I enjoyed it a bit more. You don't understand bad movies until you watch Birdemic? What is Birdemic? Do I want to know? My mic cut out. I just got a message saying my mic's cut out. Is it okay? I think it's fine now, okay. Thanks, Owen, for... Can everyone hear me okay? It's alright, okay. I think it just cut out for a bit. I've just seen messages. I just had my phone to the side, so... if there are issues, please send them in the chat, because I'm more likely to see them. This is my favourite zone in this entire game, Ice Cap Zone. More on the music thing we were talking about earlier, with Michael Jackson's producer actually being credited on this game. This song, for the original for this, this is another song that's been cut and replaced with another one. But the original version of this song, was basically the music producer and the music writer for this game, Brad Buxer, who was Michael Jackson's, like, one of his producers. He was in a band called the Jetsons in the 80s, and they wrote a song called Hard Times. Now, that song never released, so what he did is that he reused the track for Hard Times and used it in this game for Ice Cap Zone. And the Jetsons then released an album after this, like, years after this game came out, in about, like, for reference, this game came out in, like, the early 90s. The album came out in, like, the late 2000s of the Jetsons' unreleased tracks, and one of them was Hard Times. You can go and listen to it on YouTube now. Great song, to be fair. It's very, like, 80s. But, yeah, that's, like, another reason. That's why this song specifically has been replaced, because obviously it's owned by the Jetsons, because they've actually released it, and it's like a whole... Sega just really are stingy and don't want to pay any sort of music rights for this game. Oh, there we go. I'm streaming. I've got a bag. So how's everyone's enjoying the stream? Is the quality alright on everything? To be honest, I'm just trying to, like, get a... Fuck, man! Ah! 5th time! Jesus, man. Every time. It's like when I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I'm just trying to use this as a learning experience to get better at streaming. Kind of get to grips with things. I tried using OBS. I tried streaming this on OBS and it just didn't want to work. So I'm using Elgato instead. I might try for next stream to use OBS again. If anyone knows how to use it and could give some pointers, that'd be great. But honestly, it was boggling my fucking mind. So I know most people are in like university or college watching this. From what I understand, most places are breaking up now. What's everyone's plans for their time off for the summer? I'm hoping to mainly get an internship, stream some bit. Maybe get a job, start making some money. Money would be good, guys. Then I can afford a green screen and maybe a webcam that can shoot in above 480p. No. Oh, that was clutch. I clutched that ring. Yeah, what's everyone's plans? Well, I want a job, but no luck. Honestly, like, the job market's so tight right now. I actually did a thing with Reuters, if anyone knows them, where I did an interview. Because they were doing an article, or someone at Reuters was doing an article on youth, like, young people looking for jobs. And the job market for young people at the moment. And I gave an interview for that. That was quite cool. But, like, they said, like, they were all just hearing the same things. That, like, people are applying to places and then they're just not hearing back. Which is, like, true, to be honest. Like, everywhere I've applied to, I just kind of either get declined or I just don't hear back. I get ghosted. Sometimes, though, it's like you're trying to, like, negotiate with, like, a big company. Like, I was applying for a thing at ITV and they said, oh, we would like you to do, like, product testing, like, audience testing for, our streaming service, ITVX. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I like get in contact with them. I'm like back and forth. And then they just start airing me. And they're like leading me on. It's like ITV were acting like a 14-year-old girl who had a crush on me. It was like, I was trying to communicate with them. And be like, oh, hey, you know, we talked about the job opportunity. I'd really still be interested in doing it. And they'll be like, oh, you know, it's just Christmas at the moment, so we'll get back to you. But, like, in the new year, we'd love to hear from you and we can move forward. It's like, okay, great. And I was, like, back and forth with them. And I messaged them, like, about, like, I was waiting for their message. And then a month into the new year, I get, like, oh, yeah. Shouldn't be talking to 14-year-olds, mate. That's not what I fucking said, man. That sounds so bad. That's gonna get clipped now. Clip it, guys! Clip it! I could go viral on Instagram for being a paedophile. Sonic the Hedgehog, more like Sonic the Beghog. Wow. I haven't actually begged for a single donation this stream, I'll let you know. But guys, if you do want to donate, I'm kidding. Don't donate, I'll just spend it on weed. I'm kidding, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke. I don't want to get detained. I don't want my house to get searched by the feds. Alright. So I can't speak. So for those of you who don't know, Sonic 3 was actually originally supposed to be one big game. So it's technically two games. It's Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. This is because Sega, while making the game in February of 1994, they had half the game complete. And they knew they weren't going to get... They had a McDonald's tie-in promotion in North America. And they knew they weren't going to be able to release the full game in February because it wasn't ready. So what they decided to do is that they decided to release the first half of the game that they had completed in February of 1994 on Groundhog's Day, which they called Hedgehog's Day. And then release the rest of the game later in 1994, around August or October time. And that was called Sonic and Knuckles. Now, Sonic and Knuckles, because old games used to come in cartridges, they didn't used to come on, like, discs, had this thing at the top where you could insert a cartridge into the top of it. Because they wanted you to be able to experience the whole game as one, what they did is that they advertised it as lock-on technology. So you'd be able to lock on Sonic 3 onto Sonic and Knuckles and you would get the full experience of both games. And this would be called Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But, as an added bonus to kind of entice people to buy Sonic and Knuckles, they also made it compatible with older Sonic games, which had released, like, years earlier. Which is, like, some of the earliest form of DLC to exist. So, like, Sonic 2, for example, which came out, like, years before Sonic and Knuckles, you can now play as Knuckles in, if you locked it on, using lock-on technology. So, because this game is technically two halves, we will be taking a break in between Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. So we will be doing Sonic 3 today. We might also be doing Sonic and Knuckles today. But I will probably do them as separate streams because I am a human being, guys. I'm not just a slave to YouTube live streams. And I would like to eat and just rest in between streams. So once we get to the halfway point, which will be this the final zone of Sonic 3, we will be taking a break. It also gives you guys the opportunity to do your own stuff. I'm sure you're very busy people. Although I do appreciate you all being here. Yeah, to be honest, I prefer the first half of Sonic 3 to the second half. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic game. But I think the first half's definitely more enjoyable. But also, when you lock on Sonic 3 to Sonic and Knuckles and you get the full game, you also get, like, additional stuff that's in neither game. Like, you can play as Tails in Sonic and Knuckles, which you can never do in Sonic and Knuckles. Hence the name. And also, after collecting the 7 Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you get, because each game had their own special stages, so you could collect the Chaos Emeralds in both Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. When you get to the Sonic and Knuckles portion of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and you've already collected the emeralds, you can collect a new thing called the Hyper Emeralds, which if you collect all of them, you can become Hyper Sonic, which is like, was the coolest fucking thing in the entire world to me as a 10-year-old, and has never been referenced or seen since. It's just Sonic, but he's rainbow. Do you remember, like, when you were a kid, and, like, there was always, like, when they would ask you, oh, what's your favourite colour? There was always that one kid that said rainbow. Like, what a fucking, like, what an arse, man. It's like those people when you ask, like, oh, what music do you listen to? And they say, oh, a bit of everything. Just have an opinion. My favourite colour's rainbow. It's just like, to be fair, I was that kid for a bit, but that's when, I don't know if anyone remembers Club Penguin, but then they had that rainbow puffle. That was so sick. That was the coolest thing to me in, like, 2012, was the rainbow puffle. So I did used to say, oh yeah, rainbow's my favourite colour. It's just so unfair. I was that kid, to be fair. I was 5. That explains a lot, mate. You probably have weird tasting tap water. That has no relevance to it. I just feel like, in general, as I've met you, you do. Do you guys ever have that? Like, you go to someone's house and they have weird tasting tap water? Like, you go to see your uncles or your aunties, or that one weird kid at school, and his house just kind of smells a bit funky, and his tap water tastes weird. Sometimes you meet people and they just give off the vibe of weird tasting tap water. This is one thing I don't get. I don't know how I'm extending tap water into a conversation subject, but the amount of times I go around people's houses and they have, like, those special taps put in, and they always go on about, like, oh, we've had special taps put in because the water, have some of our tap water, it's softer. And then you drink it, it just tastes exactly the fucking same. They're just like, oh, it's not like the harsh water. We've had it specially put in, so it's soft tap water. And you just kind of, they just make you drink it, and then you're just kind of like, what is this? It never tastes different either. And I could just never taste the difference. Maybe I'm part of the problem. Maybe there is a clear difference in between soft and hard tap water. I mean, it's fucking water, you know, it's a liquid. How hard could it be? That's what she said. But why do people do that? It's just one of those weird things where I see people, it's like, I swear, like people, middle class wealthy people just have nothing to do. So they just start spending their money on stupid shit like soft tap water. Like, what is that? I swear tap water in the bathroom tasted better than in the kitchen. That is valid. If I was to do a tap water tier list, there was always the thing though, where apparently you can't drink from like bathroom water. Not like from the toilet, obviously, like from the bathroom tap. I don't know why though. Is there a reason for that, or do people just say that? Is that just one of the things they tell you as a kid? Because like you're a kid and you do disgusting shit like pick your boogers and like eat your own shit. So they just tell you don't drink out of the, because it's like bad etiquette or something. Sometimes you notice like really weird trends in like people. So like I end up like staying up late quite often because I'm personally a lot more productive at night, which is why I usually do later streams. But like I do all my work at night, so I end up watching a lot of late night television, and that basically just consists of reality TV, Family Guy, and American Dad. This is like a really weird phenomenon I've found. American Dad is such like a nothing show for me, but whenever I mention it to people, people always say the same thing. Like every time I've mentioned American Dad, I always hear the same thing, which is like, you know what? I actually think American Dad is better than Family Guy, don't you? It's just funnier and it's more genuine. It's like, what the fuck are you on about? It's American Dad. Like it's such a nothing burger of a show. Like I don't even think I've like cracked a grin at American Dad. But for some reason, whenever I mention it, everyone's like glazing it under the fucking sun like it's the second coming of Christ. They're just like, it's so much better than Family Guy, though. It's like, what the fuck are we on about? Unrelated, but garlic mayo is the best. Are we ranking sauces now? Because I think that's fair. I wouldn't say it's the best sauce, though. Like, not by a mile. Like, there are better sauces than garlic mayo. Also, I think garlic mayo is almost like, it can be an acquired taste. Like, some places you go, and they really fuck up their garlic mayo. Like, I think store-bought garlic mayo is rank. But, like, garlic mayo from, like, any pizza place that does garlic mayo, that is delicious. I will agree with you. Garlic mayo from, like, any pizza place, like, S tier sauce. But, like, when you go to, like, the supermarket and you get it, it just kind of tastes kind of weird. I really like burger sauce. I think burger sauce is the best sauce, to be honest. But it also varies in quality. I think ketchup's always good. You know? Except from, like, this one brand of ketchup. The Daddy's brand. Oh, that sounds so bad. That fucking brand of ketchup just tastes weird, man. I can't explain it. I'm the type of person, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I don't know why my brain works like this, but honestly, if I eat a burger, I will take the tomato out and I will just fill it with ketchup. Okay guys, so we're gaining to the final boss of the game. Hopefully we can get past this before I run out of rings. or else this is going to be a lot harder than it needs to be. I will say the music for this boss fight is so good. I do, even though Supersonic does like have the advantage of like speed, he can't drown, and he's like invincible. This is actually one of the few bosses you have to be careful with Supersonic, because you can actually still die from this boss as Supersonic. Oh, I might run out of rings. We're on a tight thing here. This is not looking good, guys. 4, 3. I might be able to get one more hit in. No! Okay, we got a shield. We got the shield at least. I'm literally like 2 shot. This is intense. This is intense. I cannot screw up. If I get like caught. Or I have to be so careful here. This is like a 2 shots and then started over. No! Okay, we're 1 shot. We're 1 shot. I've got to be like so like. We gotta lock in. Oh, that was. Oh, guys, I got focus. I got focus. If I'm not yes. Okay, that was too easy. Okay. Oh, I was actually bare stressing. That was high cortisol. Okay, guys. Well, that wraps up the Sonic 3 half of the game. That is gonna conclude this stream. I'm gonna take a bit of a break. We'll come back either later today or tomorrow to finish the Sonic and Knuckles half with that stream. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming by for this stream. Really appreciate all the support, all the comments. It's been really fun. Yeah, thanks everyone. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember to like and subscribe. The VOD should be up straight after the stream. But yeah, we should be back either later today or tomorrow to do the Sonic and Knuckles half of the game. But thanks everyone for watching. It's been great. Love you all. Peace.